Hey y'all. I'm somewhat on time today. You know, it's been tough. I'm not gonna lie. It's been tough to get in here, get in on time, but I knew today I did not want to postpone the live stream for another day or postpone it for an hour. I had to postpone for about 15 minutes. Simply because my I thought my computer was charging. Whole time it wasn't. So I'm thinking I'm on 100%. And y'all, that battery was on zero. So I had to wait for, when you're charging your laptop, you got to wait for it to come back on. So that's why I was waiting for. That's why I'm about 15 minutes late. Okay, about 15 minutes late, but it's better than what I've been doing. Hey Gabby, hey sis. Uh yeah, it's been a little tough. But we here. We doing our thing. Oh, I know. Last time I was here, I forgot to tell y'all this. So for my birthday, Justice's mom had gave me this book. I'm so sad Justice's not here right now to laugh at this, but Justice's mom had give me this book. It is so funny because look, y'all, I love Justin. That's my boo, but he be farting, and so his mom gave me this book so I could find out which fart he did today. So it has like all the different types of farts and they got a little keypad here where you could press it and hear what sound it makes. I swear when I saw this, I thought it was so funny. I thought it was so funny. It's called Farts, a Spotter's Guide. Because I most certainly am a spotter because I be around Justin all the time. But I just thought that was funny. I forgot to mention it last time. One of my birthday presents. But y'all, I hope you guys are having a good week. Okay. I hope y'all having a good week. I've been having a week of rest. All right. I've been resting. Just trying to get back into the swing of things, getting back into the swing of things. I did have an epiphany. I think it was last night or earlier today. I don't know. My whole sense of time is completely off. But I did have an epiphany about a project that I want to work on, and I'm super excited about it. I got to get research done, and I got to contact some people. I want to make a little mini documentary, y'all. I want to really like edit down and record and do some really good, cinematography. Okay. And I want to put out a little mini documentary, maybe like 20 minutes long, nothing too big, but that's going to be something that I'm going to work on moving forward. And hopefully I have it out in the next, in a reasonable amount of time. I don't want to put a date on it yet because I literally just had the idea, literally like like yesterday or earlier today. I don't know. But yeah, I hope y'all are having a good week, good weekend, starting it off right. Okay, starting it off right. But y'all, some of these stories I've been hearing have just been completely ridiculous and absolutely crazy. So, a struggle rapper that most of us probably don't even know who this is, but this struggle rapper named Erica Banks got on the internet and was like, and I don't know why we care about her preference of who hangs out with her. I don't know why we care, but it was just funny. So this chick, she's one of them struggle rappers, one of them BBL rappers. Okay. She got on these here internets and she was talking about, I don't want no skinny women going to the club with me. You got to look this way. You got to look this way if you're going to go to the club with me. Basically saying, you got to have a BBL. You got to get the surgeries to come hang out with me. And y'all, I'm not going to lie, she bad built. So I don't know what she's talking about. It's just funny when people, they don't even be the standard that they talking about, but then they want to get over here and shame other women. Like she said, I don't want to go to club with no thin people. I don't want to, and it's just like, I mean, cool, but I would think you want to go to the club with your friends. I would think you'd want to go to the club with people you're gonna have fun with. I wouldn't think that it would be like, well, if you look like this, we can go club together. It's just like, okay, sis. I mean, if you swing that way, you swing that way. I ain't gonna try to, shame you for swinging that way. But I mean, is there another way you want to tell me without telling me? But it was just funny, and it was just funny how like the backlash was swift. The backlash was swift, and the even funniest part about it was when I was seeing it scrolling through Facebook, people weren't even captioning. They would just put what she said and then a picture of her. And that was enough to get the point across that she crazy as hell. That was a big enough, point to just get over there and just all I had to do was show her face and show what she said. And people were like, okay. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. It's just fake and plastic. I can't get behind that. I don't understand why people would shame. Oh my God, thank you so much. I love Justice so much, not just because he does this, but I've been having some issues with my diet. It's been struggle bus for me to eat, and Justice just made me a PB&J because that's the one thing I think I can get down right now. Shout out to Justin. But yeah, all that fake and plastic, it irks me how someone who could have been so, disappointed with their own natural body could get on these here internets and then shame women for not having that same insecurity and not going to Dr. Miami or Dr. someone's basement to get, because some of these surgeries be looking like they had it done in a basement somewhere, if we're going to be honest. It blows me that they would then try to shame women that have their natural bodies. Like, okay, I guess that's something to do. But the backlash was swift. The backlash was swift and well deserved because she sounded crazy as hell. But then again, I will say this. I wouldn't want her approving my look anyways. Because I see how she dresses. I wouldn't want to look like that. So I'm not really pressed about her standards of who she wants to hang, because I wouldn't be hanging out with her anyways. I wouldn't be in the club anyways. So it doesn't really matter what her standards are, because it's like, who gives a F? I certainly don't. But yeah, y'all, that whole thing was so funny, and the internets are undefeated. I swear to you, if anything pops up on the internet, just go on Twitter or Facebook and you will see the funniest things. people are literally online comedians. And I be wanting to know where some of these jokes be coming from because some of them are just so funny. But yeah, y'all, that's enough about that. That was just a little tiny little bit of tea that happened this week. But y'all, this other story was so crazy to me, absolutely ridiculous. Y'all, these y'all, Adam Levine need to go sit down somewhere. Adam Levine need to go sit down somewhere. I don't know what possessed him. I don't know what possessed him. Like, if you're gonna have an affair, you're gonna have an affair, whatever. But why? On this here earth, would you then contact the person you having an affair with and ask them if you could name your child that you're having with your wife after them? That is some demonic, like, Illuminati or something. That's some kind of crazy, Holly weird type ish that I've ever heard of. It's one thing that you had an affair. That, you and Holly weird, they swap partners all the time. So I'm not surprised about that. It's the fact that you would have the audacity to ask this woman that you had an affair with if you could name your child after her. That's some ghetto ass shit. I'm sorry. That's ghetto. That's ratchet as fuck. I'll be telling y'all, ratchetness is not something that is exclusive to Black community, y'all. That is some ratchet ass shit. Okay? That is the ghetto. Cause it's like, I can't understand. Like, I can't understand the desire to even do that. Like, I don't understand. I don't want to understand either, because if I understood why he did that, then that means something wrong with me. That means something is highly wrong with me. If I understood and was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. If I had that feeling that shit made sense, then something will be very, very wrong with me. Absolutely wrong with me. But, that's the thing. I don't know why these people don't be getting NDAs. Like, if you're going to step out, at least get an NDA. At least sign a non-disclosure. Okay? Because then you have things like this happen and he has no recourse. He can't sue. He can't deny. Like, he can't do any of that. So it's just like, it's sad. And I feel bad for the wife. I do. Can you imagine you pregnant and your man telling you want to name the baby after his side piece? Yeah, that's some Lorena Bobbitt type stuff. Like, that's crazy as hell. Because imagine, like, a pregnant woman, you got all these emotions, you carrying this child, you got all the stress, and then you find out your dude is trying to name the child after the one he's sleeping on you with. I just couldn't. I couldn't. I don't understand. I don't want to understand. And it's just, ooh, y'all. I feel bad for her. I really do. Because at this point, you already pregnant. You're already pregnant. You far along, I believe, too. So it's like, what are you supposed to do? Leave? She ain't leaving. She is not leaving. Let's be honest. And they might have had an agreement. Who knows? They might have legit had an agreement. But, wouldn't that be me? I had to take a bite. I'm sorry. I'm like struggling over here. But y'all, just know that hood rat behavior is not exclusive to the Black community. White people out here wilding out too, doing crazy stuff like that too, naming babies after they side piece. And so I'll be honest, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for him being called out. I don't feel bad for him. I don't feel bad for the side piece because it's like, you messing with a married man. Like, I never understood that. Like, why would you deal with somebody that's obviously taken? Like, what are you expecting from that situation? Are you expecting them to commit to you? Are you expecting them to love you and cherish you? when they can't even cherish the woman that they, have vows with. So it's like, what are you expecting? I never understood that. I don't get the appeal, like, at all. I really don't get the appeal at all. But y'all, she just gonna cheat. You just gotta be selective about who you get with, because ain't nobody trying to deal with that. Especially not no BS about I'm gonna name the baby after my side piece. Oh no. Yeah, Gabby, we would have to fight. We would have to fight. We would have to fight because that's crazy. That's like some Twilight Zone type stuff. Like, is this real life? I would be like, is this real life that this is really happening to me? But y'all, some other stuff that happened, y'all. This I think his name John Boyega. I hope I said that name right. They was giving him all sorts of stuff because he said he only dates black women. They was so mad and so pressed, calling it racist and all this other shit. And I'm like, how is that racist? If he says that's his preference. If that's his preference, that's his preference. I don't find anything racist about it at all. If a white dude got on the internet, for example, there was this whole thing on TikTok. I don't have TikTok, but they like to post TikTok to YouTube, so that's how I see it. There was this whole thing about this one little white guy. He went to all 50 states and he got him 50 white girls. He got him 50 white girls from 50 states. And there were black women online talking about how wrong it was, and trying to tell him about himself because he didn't have anybody but white women. But like, that's his preference. So why would we be upset that he's dating his own people? Okay, this is a white man. Why am I shocked or surprised that he's dating white women? It doesn't make sense to me to be upset about something like that. So it's just funny to see that white media was getting upset with John Boyega because he was saying, I only date sisters. And that's his preference. It goes both ways. I don't find that racist at all. How is saying you don't want to date a certain race make it racist? I knew I didn't want to date no Asian dudes. That's not racist. I'm not trying to deny them anything, deny them resources or say they're less than or anything like that. No. It's just a preference of what you want to date, who you want to date. So it don't make any kind of sense to me. It absolutely does not make any kind of sense to me that they was getting mad at that white dude. And it still don't make no sense with them getting mad at John Boyega, saying that he wants to date his women. That's what he attracted to. That's what he attracted to. So it's just funny. It's just funny how the race card, the racism card gets played. It really waters down what it is. They'll be quick to call John Boyega racist for saying he only dates black women, but they won't call out these people that's posting all this racist stuff against Halle. Literally like drawing her as a minstrel show because she's doing Little Mermaid. They won't call that out. That's not racism. But this black man saying he wants to date black women, that's racism. Who he sticks his peen in is racism. Like, no. And it's just like I said, I don't get mad when other races say they want to date themselves. I don't get mad. Because why should I? Like, what reason would you have to be mad at a group of people for dating their own people? It doesn't make sense to me. It's almost like complaining that you're not being invited to the cookout. Like, why are you finna complain about not being invited to the cookout? Like, just go make your own cookout. Like, it sounds really ridiculous to me. But yeah, they was trying to drag him and he wasn't having it. He didn't apologize for his preference because he has no reason to. Just like that white dude that had 50 white women from 50 states. He has no reason to apologize. Like, none. And I really hate that the whole racism word is so watered down to the point where it's almost a punchline. For example, this happened a while back, but there was this video that had went viral of Drew Barrymore. Okay, I know a lot of people like Drew Barrymore. She did her thing in the early 2000s and the 90s and stuff. This one woman got on Drew Barrymore because she was frolicking in the rain. That's racist. I'm like, this white woman living her life is racist. It waters down what racism is. And the whole thing was just ridiculous. It really upsets me because when actual racist shit happens, people act like they blind, deaf, and dumb. People act like they Helen Keller up in this when it's actual racist things happening. But let's hyper focus on things that aren't actually racist and call it racist. It's stupid to me. It makes me very, very upset, very annoyed. Anyways, y'all, I don't think there's much else to say on that. Dating who you want to date ain't racist, okay? Dating in your community ain't racist. But y'all, this one story had me pressed. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Yeah. And what's up, Rizza? It's not racist, it's race loyal. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't mad at it. Most Chinese people date other Chinese people. Most Indian people date other Indian people. It's in the nature, you know. If that's what you grew up around, you see that is your idea of beauty. Those are what your parents, you model your relationship after. Like, I don't see the issue with that. Okay. But y'all, this story had me pissed. This story had me pissed on so many levels. I was so annoyed. Okay. Pissed may not be the word, but I was annoyed. So what's up, cool colas? What's up? Not much. Just trying to keep the spirits up, keep the will up. That's why I'm here streaming. I didn't push the stream off like I have been doing. I'm sorry, y'all. I was maybe 15 minutes late today, but that was because I thought my computer was charging and it wasn't. So I would have been on time today, but I digress. Y'all, this story had me annoyed. I posted it in the community tab. So apparently, Forbes had this event where they were trying to empower women. Tell me why the keynote speaker was a whole man. Tell me why the keynote speaker was a whole man. And you talking about you having a conference for empowering women, empowering the woman's voice and woman entrepreneurship and woman this, woman that. And you got a whole peen on the stage dressed as a woman. That shit was so annoying. I saw this on what's her name? I can't think of her name. Brett Cooper. That's who I saw this story on. She did a whole video about it. And I was just like, I was done. I was absolutely done. So apparently, this dude was cosplaying as a girl for 6 months before they invited him to come speak as a leader in womanhood. They literally invited a man that has been cosplaying as girl for 6 months, mind you, 6 months, and had this person speak on behalf of women at this event. You know how disrespectful that is to women that are women, been women their whole lives, came out the womb woman, still doing it in the game woman, had to deal with menstrual cycle, had to deal with hormones, had to deal with pregnancies, had to deal with all sorts of stuff that we as women have to do. And this nigga could be girl, because he was calling himself a girl, for 6 months and be a keynote speaker at a woman's event. Excuse me? Excuse me? You know how dismissive and rude that is? And the saddest part was that you had other women co-signing it. That's what's so ugly about it. Like, you're co-signing your own erasure. You're co-signing your own erasure. And to drive that point even further, you know, what I really hate is that when this conversation happens about, you know, trans and things like that, womanhood gets reduced down to dresses, makeup, hair, stupid shit. Okay? Stupid shit. When really, womanhood is as simple as XX chromosome. Okay? It's as simple as XX chromosome. And there are things that come with having that XX chromosome. Because listen here, you could have a woman that doesn't do the girly girl thing. Okay? She could be tomboy through and through. Still a woman. Still got to deal with women's shit. Still got to live that life as woman. But you think because you put on a skirt, some hair, some eyeliner and some eyelashes, and you twirl around and you change your voice, you do all this, that you now a woman? No. No. It's not, no. You're not going to dismiss the struggles that we as real women have to deal with. And I'm not going to be shy of saying real women. Okay, not dress up. And I don't have an issue if you want to play dress up. I don't care. I'm not saying that if you are trans, you want to dress up as a woman or dress up as what the character you think a woman is. That's fine. I'm all good with cosplay. I don't care. But what we're not gonna do is change the definition of what womanhood is. Womanhood is XX chromosome. Period. Okay? Literally, period. Okay? And oh my God, speaking of that, and what was even more disgusting, and I'm not buying anything from this company ever again. They can kiss my ass. Okay? They can kiss my womanly ass. Apparently, Tampax, a tampon company, offered this man to be the spokesperson. Where you putting that tampon? This ain't that movie with Amanda Bynes and old dude. They put the tampon in the nose because the nose was bloody. This ain't that. Okay, so where you putting that tampon, sir? Because you're not bleeding. So I don't know what you finna do with this tampon. I don't know why you would want a man to try to sell me a tampon. You're not going to be able to tell me if the absorbency is right. You're not going to be telling me if it don't leak. You can't tell me a damn thing about this product because you can't use it. You have no use for this product. But they literally were trying to give this dude the spokesperson when you got planet full of women, biological women that bleed, that would actually use the product to be able to tell you this is a good product. You had a whole sea full of women that you could have chose from. You chose a dude that's been playing as a girl for 6 months. Like, this person hasn't even been trans their whole life. Like, you know what I mean? I know there's some people that have been about that life for a very long time, since they were like little kids. They've been about that life. You couldn't even find somebody that's been about that life for, 10 plus years. You found somebody that been 6 months dressing up, and you're going to offer them, because they had a little TikTok clout, you're going to offer them a spokesperson, a sponsorship type deal for a product they can't even use. That's a slap in the face. And I ain't buying Tampax ever again. They can kiss my ass. I will take my patronship to the honey pot. Stop playing with me. Okay. I will buy the honey pot. And their products is better anyways. So it's absolutely ridiculous. What's up, Dayton? Yeah, that's wild. 6 months. That's all it qualifies to be a woman, in 6 months. How disrespectful. How absolutely disrespectful. I feel like we as women, we're too tolerant of the shit. We're too tolerant of the blatant disrespect. And it's crazy because we talk about misogyny and this misogynistic world and the patriarchy, but they won't call out this misogyny, the real misogyny. Because that's what that is. That's that real misogyny. Well, you have these men that think that they can outwoman us because they got on heel and skirt. And one thing that I do like that someone pointed out, I forget who it was, but they pointed it out. They were like, womanhood, we got to stop saying that it's an essence, because now they're trying to say, well, I have the essence of a woman. No. I forget who it was that said that. I think it was, I want to say maybe it was Black conservative, Yvette Irene. I think it might've been over there where I heard this. I love her channel, by the way. She be keeping it 100. I believe I heard it over there where she said we need to stop saying it's a womanly essence, because now these same people are trying to abuse that phrase and say, well, you couldn't tell because I have that womanly essence. No, it's not an essence. It's an XX chromosome, period, point blank, end of conversation. What's the next topic? And honestly, I'm not a fan of Matt Walsh or whatever, but he's dragging that conversation of what is a woman. He's dragging it. Because as far as I'm concerned, it's a one sentence answer. XX chromosome. Not even a full sentence. We can finish this debate in a fragment. XX chromosome. That's it. That's it. Because once we start getting into, well, the ability to have, not all women have the ability to have children, because there are dysfunctions and things that happen within our bodies. It's not guaranteed that because you're born a woman, you'll be able to have kids. So we can't use that argument. The only argument to say XX chromosome, period, point blank, end of discussion. What's the next topic? I'm so annoyed with how this is getting so dragged. And it's to the point where I'm just like, womanhood is a joke to y'all motherfuckers. Y'all literally think womanhood is a joke. Okay? For example, you got that Canadian teacher out here with the prosthetic boobies. Let me see if I can pull up the picture. Canadian teacher. Yeah, it pops right up. As soon as you say Canadian teacher, it popped right up. Absolutely ridiculous. Let me see if I can pull this up. It's gonna be on the Shade Room. I don't really be on the website, but they got the picture. Let me see. I don't know. I don't understand how you could even get away with that. I don't understand how you could even get away with coming to the workplace like this. I don't understand. Y'all see this? Is this gonna make it? Oh, that's gonna take it to Twitter. No, I'm not logged in. Y'all see this? What the fuck is this? What the actual hell is that? Y'all see this shit? Y'all gotta be lying. Somebody lying. It's almost like these people are allowed to do whatever the hell they want, and the rules simply do not apply. If a woman got even, I got a perfect example. There was a woman that had a BBL, and she was a kindergarten teacher, a woman. She had the fake boobs and the fake butt, but she was fully covered. They lit her up. They lit her up for having her body shaped like that and going to the school. They lit her up. They was trying to get her fired. But y'all got this walking around the shop class. Y'all not trying to get this fired. But y'all get, at least she was covered. You know what I mean? Sis was at least covered. She wasn't scantily dressed or anything like. This is ridiculous. What is that? You shouldn't be allowed to come to the workplace like this. You should not be allowed. Like, I don't understand. Like, the rules just simply don't apply when you fly that flag, the T flag. The rules just simply do not apply. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I'm disgusted by it. And I'd be damned if my kid is going to school and has to look at that. I would be like, you taking a different class. Fuck shop class. If you want to learn how to woodwork, I can put you in a class outside the school where they're actually going to teach you how to do the job and not have this kind. Like, why would the administration allow that? Like, why would they even allow that? You see your coworker coming in like that, you're going to have to take your ass back home. You getting sent home until you figure yourself out. But then they'll be like, oh, now you're just being transphobic. No, I'm phobic to whatever the fuck you got on your chest. That's what I'm phobic against. Not the fact that you're trans. I'm scared of that shit on your chest. I don't know what you got going on in there. I don't know what the fuck you got going on in there. That could be a weapon of mass destruction. I don't know. But it's just like folks get a free reign to just do whatever they want as soon as they claim that card. I'm not having it. That's why I say, y'all, I'm homeschooling my babies. I ain't playing with y'all. My kids, I'm gonna homeschool each and every one of them and prepare them for the foolishness that they gonna see out in the real world. I'm like, look, this is what's out there. These folks is crazy. You just gotta chalk it up to mental health. Okay. Abba and Preach. I love when Preach be saying mental health. Like every time it be a topic, he will quick to say mental health. I need to get a clip of that and just have it saved in the archives so I can just pull it up any second. Mental health. Yeah. Team team homeschool, man. If you can team homeschool. I know it's definitely a privilege to do so. It's definitely a privilege to do so. Uh As he said, Malik Yoba into that. Yeah. Ooh. I mean, he could be into whatever he want to be into. His interests don't bother me. I don't really care. Gabby says, until they have to carry, birth, and nurture a child or have a painful period, I'll hand my painful period over to a man in a heartbeat. Hey. Y'all don't know what the menstrual cycles be like. That'd be a whole mess. It'd be a whole mess. Like, man, can y'all imagine? Just imagine for a moment. You got blood dripping out yourself. Just imagine. And it's every month. Y'all don't want that. But these people want to cosplay as women. You never gonna be a woman. Period. You could play dress up all you want. That's fine. I don't really give a shit. I honestly, it doesn't bother me unless you walking into the school with prosthetics this big, expecting to teach my kid. Then I got a problem. But if you just live your life, I don't give a fuck. But what we not finna do is deny facts. Okay, that's what we not finna do. Okay, and I'm just done. Fuck Tampax. If you a woman or if you got ladies in your life, tell them not to buy that shit ever again. Okay, because Tampax disrespected us as women by offering the job to a man, to spokesperson, a product they can't use. Where are you putting that tampon, sir? Now, to dude's defense, he turned it down. Okay, at least he has a little bit of common sense. He turned down the deal. Because, like, it don't make no logical sense for him to try to sell a product that like that. What you gonna say, an offer for nosebleeds like they did in She's the Man? No, absolutely not. What's up, J World? And yeah, like the stream if you liking the stream. You know, it's free. It's free 99. I like to say that on other people's channels. I never say it on mine. But the like button is free 99. Okay. But yeah, team homeschool, man. Team homeschool. My kids would never be near them. I hear you, RZA. I hear you. I absolutely hear you. Said Bobby V is definitely into it. A lot of these Hollyweirds are into it. And that's their prerogative. They could be into whatever they want. I just won't be allowing my children to be influenced by these said Hollyweirders. Okay? Just won't be happening. it just literally will not be happening. But y'all, I don't want to beat a dead horse, okay? I don't want to beat a dead horse. Y'all know my stance on that. Moving on. So y'all, everybody talking about this movie, The Woman King. Okay, they've been talking about this movie before it came out and all this other stuff. Me personally, I've made this choice that I don't want to see it. Okay, I don't want to see it. There's too much history behind that I just don't want to. I'm not gonna patronize, a storyline, even if they cut it out. I'm not gonna patronize a storyline about a community that sold us into slavery. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not glorifying this group. Fuck them. They owe reparations just as much as the British, just as much as the U.S. government. They owe reparations just as bad because they fucked us just as bad. So I'm not, I'm not gonna be mad at anybody else for going to see it. Me personally, I'm not into it. I really hate the type of representation that they try to force down our throats as Black people. And that's why, if people want to divest from something, they need to divest from that. Okay? From Hollyweird. That's what we need to be divesting from, not each other. We need to divest from the Hollyweird because look, me personally, I don't like that our image is constantly either a slave movie, ratchet shit, or now they're trying to justify, or celebrate people who sold their own people into slavery. I can't. I can't. I'm so ready for black movies where it's just us being regular folks. Like, why can't we just have, Meet the Parents but black? Why can't we just have like Marvel action, but it's just black? It's not surrounded by the fact of like black trauma, you know? Because like even with like a Luke Cage, and I love the premise of a black man that is bulletproof. Even with the premise of that, it's surrounded by, oh, well, racism and things like that. It's just like, why can't we just have a movie that is just is regular? Like, just it's a movie. Like, why does everything have to be centered around this trauma? And it's just like, what is that going to teach folks? Like, what is that going to teach folks? You constantly being bombarded with this trauma, you get put into that victim mentality. And that's not to say that we haven't been victimized, but that doesn't mean we have to operate as victims, okay? Because there are a lot of there are a lot of black people out here that's doing their thing regardless of the boundaries, regardless of the red tape, regardless of the BS that they got to put up with, and they doing their thing, okay? They doing their thing. Shout out to Turkey Leg Hut. They doing their thing. Okay, the people in that community, they was trying to shut them down for the longest. But you know what they did? They stuck to their guns and they have a popping business. You know what I mean? So it's just like, why can't we just celebrate the victories or celebrate us just being people, or have movies with us just being people? And it's sad. It's absolutely sad. You said they did pay reparations. Where was my check? I ain't getting no check. Who they pay reparations to? Because I ain't getting no check. I ain't getting my check in the mail. So I don't know where the reparations is. Where's that? But yeah, you said overall it's a good movie. It probably is. Viola Davis can act her ass off. Viola Davis can act her ass off. But it's just like, it's our choice what kind of movies we want to patronize. I ain't gonna shame folks. It probably is a well-acted movie. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. But at the same time, for me, I just I find it hard to root for people that literally sold us out. I just can't do it. Cause you're gonna want to root for the people that look like you. You're gonna want to root for them. Whole time knowing that this is what the history is. And I believe what I read was they said they had to basically like fiction. I forget the word, but they had a lot of what the movie is fiction. They had to really fictional. I don't. The word isn't fictionalized. I know that. That ain't no word, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. They had to tweak it, so it's not even an accurate representation of the history. So it's just it's the same as when they come out with a new slave movie. I ain't gonna watch that. I'm just not. Nope. No, thank you. They paid reparations to the slave owners? Boy, if that's true, they paid reparations to the slave owners. They ain't paid no reparations to the people that were actually harmed. Man. No. Cool Cola says it's what I call trauma sauce. Not to mention Woman King has black male erasure. They made black men. They made black men were the real villains in the whole. I don't even know how to say the word. Dahomey. I don't even know how I'm saying that right. Thing. And the women were trying to be the voice of reason. But that's the whole movement right now with women empowerment. And that's not new. And that's not even just within Black society, men in general. If you really watch a lot of these movies and a lot of these things with TV shows, men are always made out to be the idiots, and the woman is the voice of reason. In a lot of watch any television show, they make the men look stupid, all colors. Like that's generally like that's the move, It's crazy. But I wouldn't be surprised. Let me see. What's up, Justin? Hey, baby. Hey. Let's see. Yeah, like on game shows, I always hope the black family wins. I do too. I'll be rooting for us every time. I see the Price is Right. One of us get up there. I'll be like, get them to play Plinko. I'll be wanting them to play Plinko and get the, $1,000 and all that stuff. I'll be wanting that. Oh, Cool Cola says they romanticize it as an agenda to erase black men while trying. Oh wait, it moved up. While trying to do this pseudo black girl magic thing. Exactly. It's fake and it's pandering. It's fake and it's pandering as fuck when they do that. It's literally like backhanded compliment type pandering. And I'm so sad. It's so sad to me that we can't see that. That we can't see that. I don't see denigrating our men as a uplift for us. Because the way I see it is, if you talk badly about black men, you're talking badly about me as a black woman. Because that's us. That's our community. Who births is black men, black women do. Okay? Who are our fathers? Most of the time it's black men. Who are our grandfathers? Black uncles, black men. You're talking about us, our community. So I don't take kindly to anti-blackness towards men at all. That is direct disrespect to me as a black woman. I don't tolerate it. But then you have some people out here that they say they want to divest from the community, and they're so quick to talk down on black men. And they think that when white people agree, that is somehow a token of, well, yeah, it's the black man that's messed up, but you're doing everything right. You're black girl magic. You're strong, independent black woman. It's not a compliment. And they can't see that. They can't see that when they talk poorly about black men, they're also talking poorly about us as black women. You know what I mean? It's disgusting on both sides. It's absolutely disgusting on both sides. That's why I can't understand when, you have some groups of black men that talk nasty about black women. It's one thing to focus on improvement. Okay. It's one thing to want better for each other. I'm not saying that. And Jason Black was saying this today. I loved it. I was listening to the stream before I got on here. He was saying that he holds black women to a high standard because that's his community. So he's always going to want us to be better. Same thing for black men. We should be holding each other to the highest standard simply because that's what real love is. You know what I mean? That's what real love is. Think about it like this. When it comes to parents. You see the parents that are really involved in their child's lives versus the parents that could give a fuck. Which one is showing their child more love? The ones that are on their ass about getting their homework done, the ones that's on their ass about making sure that they doing what they supposed to do, that they not out here running the street, that they not out here doing, illegal things, that they be on their kids to make sure that they're doing what they supposed to do. That's because they have a high standard for their child. That's love. So when we hold each other to a high standard, that's love. But if we sit over here and, just want to trash each other and make it seem like all of the problems exist because of the other half, and both sides do this, rather than looking in the mirror and saying, hey, what can I do to be better? And that's another thing, y'all. A lot of these issues that we're having would resolve if we all just looked in the mirror and did the work on ourselves, rather than constantly looking over the line and well, you need to do this, and well, y'all need to do this. It'd be so much more productive if folks just looked in that damn mirror. What can I do? Because I can't control what the next person does. I cannot control what the next person does. I can state what I have an issue with, but I can't force you to get on code. What I can do is make sure I'm on code. That's what I can do. I am in control of my actions as a person, as a human. You can't control what other folks is doing. So I think a lot of these conversations that we be having in the Black community, we really need to be just looking in that mirror a little bit, a lot of bit more, instead of looking at each other and pointing out what each other is messed up on. I think the criticisms have been spoken. You know what I mean? The criticisms that Black women have for Black men, the criticisms that Black men have for Black women, those things have been spoken. Now, what are we going to do? We need to look in that mirror and start working on ourselves to be our best selves. Because at the end of the day, like, you know, you spend all this time pointing a finger at everybody else, but then you yourself haven't qualified. Where you going to go with that? Not a damn place. You ain't going nowhere with that shit. You're going to be still doing the same thing, having the same problem because you haven't done any work. It's so annoying. And that's why I don't really like to do relationship videos no more. That's why I don't like to do them no more. I'll be honest. Because the conversation gets so dragged. It gets so dragged, and you end up with a lot of people just talking shit about each other and not actually working on themselves. It becomes a well, you need to do this and you need to do that, rather than a what can I do? Where am I falling short as a Black woman? Where am I falling short as a Black man? What can I do to be better? It's always the other person's fault. And that's the problem. That's the problem. It's not always the other person's fault. Most of the time it's us. And if we all looked at us, we'd be much better off. Sorry, I'm off my soapbox. I know I went a whole tangent. I was on my soapbox. Zero says, after 12 years a slave, I swear I never watched a slave movie again. I didn't watch that movie. I had checked out before then. I had checked out way before then. Cool Cola says it's not an uplift for us. It moved up, sorry. He says it's not an uplift for us. It's a way to separate the Black man from the Black woman, weaken and erase the men, and convince the sisters y'all don't need us. Exactly. That's sick. That's absolutely sick. If shit hits the fan, let's say the purge happens, y'all think Brad gonna protect you? Let's be honest. If the purge were to happen and they said, fuck the laws, y'all really think Brad and Cooper gonna be out there protecting your Black ass when they got Becky and Karen that they gotta look after? If you don't get out of that delusion, if you don't get up out that delusion, please, let's be honest here. If the purge happens, Becky and Karen are their priority, not you, not me. So it's stupid to think that you can divest from a community that is, you know, any other group saying that would look crazy as hell. And we look crazy as hell saying that. We look absolutely ridiculous because no other group is doing that like that. I'm divesting from Black men. Like, get off my lawn. Please get off my lawn. He said, Gabby says, I have an issue with Nick Cannon having all these babies to ensure one of them can be an organ donor. That's what he's doing? I wouldn't be surprised. That's highly weird. They do all sorts of weirdo Illuminati sacrifice type stuff. I would not be surprised, and that is disgusting. Shame on those women for even participating. I'm just saying, if you, this was another stream. I forget who I was watching. But if you dealing with a dude and he got 10 kids and you have a kid with him, what number? I think this was Chantel Simone. What number kid is your kid? If your kid is like number 4, number 5, I'm looking at you like, why? Why did you sign? Unless your child is number 1, possibly number 2, and they got 10 after that. Unless your kid is number 1 and number 2, I'm looking at you like you boo-boo the fool. Because you already know this person's history. You already know how they get down. And you gonna sign up for that? So shame on those women that is betting freaking Nick Cannon, knowing good and well They ain't gonna have no, house with the picket fence. It ain't in the cards because he ain't done it for the previous 10. Absolutely crazy. Let me see. They finally did grifting on here now. Oh, snap. I don't know what that means. Let me see. You ain't got the answers. When you talking to Sway. Let me see. Dayton says, yeah, I watched 12 Years and The Butler back to back and didn't want to be around white people for 2 weeks. That's funny. He said he watched the movie. He's looking at white people sideways. That's funny. Zero says divesting, aka running away from blackness. As if you could. As if you could. Even these females that be out here, not even just females, these folks that be out here bleaching their skin, they just look ashy. You just look like an ashy Negro. So you can't run away from your blackness. You really can't. Some people are passing, some people are passing out here, but most of them ain't you. So stop playing. Stop it. You can't run from it. It's everywhere. Literally, like, everywhere. But, they'll claim they wasn't, I'm divested from the community. Like, hell you are. But that's another thing I don't understand is when these groups be like, I don't deal with these type of people no more. But then all their content is about said group of people they don't deal with. Clearly you do deal with them. I don't understand that part. These divestors, they have whole channels talking about black men. I thought you were divested. Shouldn't you be talking about white men? I thought you were divested. The fuck? Your whole channel is about black men. You seem very, very invested. Very invested. I don't get it. I absolutely do not get it. He said, I was mad, bro. I was like, what's up, Remy? Anything after 3 gets the side eye, yeah. Harriet wasn't that bad. But I get blood boiling angry. My issue with the Harriet movie was they got a non-FBA woman to play her. That part was like, okay, you couldn't find a FBA woman to play this role of a FBA woman? Like, y'all couldn't do that? But like I said, we as people with monies, we can choose what we want to patronize and what we don't. If we keep patronizing these things, then they're going to keep putting them out. Okay? If we keep patronizing it, they're going to keep putting it out. Zero says, I got upset from my best friend for Queen and Slim movie, even though I figured out how the movie ends and what it's about from the trailer. Yeah, what what I heard about the Queen and Slim movie was it was just a bunch of black Twitter bullshit all throughout it. Like, the premise of it, when I saw the trailer and I saw the premise of it, I thought it was a good idea. Okay? Someone's trying to be police brutality against you and you defend yourself as you should be able to defend yourself. And then what do you do after that? I thought that idea was good. But then, of course, there has to be a bunch of, there's a bunch of cold speech and wokeism and all this other shit when you could have just told a good story. Remy, I'm gonna need you to stop blowing kisses at my man. I'm gonna need you to stop blowing kisses at my man. Cool Cola says Cynthia Erivo was off code as hell too, and she disrespected FBAs. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. That Harriet movie was trauma sauce on crack. I didn't like the fact that the black man was the villain and they was getting saved by a white slave owner in the movie. Oh, yeah. I remember I heard about that too. It's a whole agenda. It's a whole agenda. And I hate that. I hate when they try to paint the black man as the villain. He's the real villain. Not the white dude that enslaved your black ass, but the black man that was working in the field right next to you. That's the villain. That's the one you need to be. Man, if you don't get off my lawn with that bull, it's so blatant and in the face. It's literally blatant and in the face, the disrespect, the absolute disrespect. And us as Black women, we got to stop seeing the disrespect of Black men as a compliment. It's not a compliment, okay? Disrespect of Black men is not a compliment. That is a diss to you as a Black woman, okay? Period, point blank. Period, point blank. Okay, end of conversation. Y'all, I've been on a whole 10. I'm so glad I'm able to get through the stream. Y'all, I've been struggling. I've been absolutely struggling. But getting better. I was mostly on time today, maybe just like 15 minutes late, but I didn't postpone the stream for a day. I didn't postpone it for hours. It was just a little 15 minutes, and that was because my computer was dead. But y'all, these here internets, man, I try not to take it too seriously. Because if you do, you'll be pulling your hair out. You'll be irritated. You'll be angry. You'll be all sorts of stuff. Oh, there was one other thing. There was one other thing I wanted to talk about. Y'all, we as a people, we need to stop making folks famous. Us as Black people, we need to stop making ignorant foolishness famous. Okay? We did that with the Cash Me Outside girl. I remember that when it unfolded. I never seen the Dr. Phil episode, but when I was on Facebook, all I saw was Cash Me Outside. How about that with the little disrespectful white girl? And next thing you know, she's making millions of dollars. Why? Because we thought that it was so funny and so cute, and we hyped it up and we posted it. And now this person that has no talent whatsoever is making so much more money. But you got little Black girls out here that have actual talent, that actually create things, that are actually doing things. They can't get a pot to piss in. But we will make some ignorant white trash that behaves like a caricature of Blackness or ghetto-ness or whatever you want to call it. We'll hype that shit up. And then they get a bag, like a real bag. I'm so sick of us doing that shit. And I saw it happening again. on Facebook all over again. I'm sure if I was on TikTok, I would have saw it on there too. There's this little white girl calling herself Brit Barbie. Okay? She looked crazy as hell. She looked like her mama need to be more involved in her life. That's what she looked like. And she over here doing this period, pretty. And you had us reposting that shit all on Facebook, all on the Instagrams, all on TikTok, all that other shit. Reposting it, thinking it's funny, thinking it's cute. And then you had other Black women co-signing it by saying that by singing along next to her. And I'm just like, y'all gonna make this white trash famous all over again. And she gonna surpass your ass. I'm just like, that shit is so disgusting and annoying to me. When I first saw the clip, I knew that's what was going to happen. I knew it. I was like, y'all keep reposting this over and over again. You going to get this little heifer a bag. Whole time she's disrespecting y'all. Whole time she's being a caricature, a whole minstrel show of what Black womanhood is. And y'all gonna get this little heifer a bag by reposting her, making her viral. Zero, you don't need to know who this heifer is. You don't need to know. She's another white trash white girl trying to profit off of Black women, our quirkiness, but doing it no justice and looking ridiculous while doing it. I don't understand. And it's the part that be pissing me off. It's not white people hyping this little girl up. It's us. I saw nothing but Black women reposting the shit. Doing collabs, singing next to, even Chloe Bailey singing, trying to make it cute, singing next to the little clip, singing to it. I'm like, but then these same people want to get on here and talk about cultural appropriation. Like, no. You can't hand out the culture for free. You can't stand on the side of the road with free samples of the culture and then be mad when people take the culture, those free samples that you gave them, and then they turn around and make a profit off of that sample you gave them. You can't do that. You cannot do that. You cannot go around giving away free samples, and when someone takes those free samples that you offered them and they make a bag off of it, you can't then be like, well, cultural appropriation. Miss me. If we really was tired of the shit, we wouldn't have been posting it. What Black women would have done was exactly what I did. I saw the shit and kept scrolling. I ain't comment. I ain't repost it. You're only hearing me talk about it now, and I'm not even pulling it up on my computer. I'm not even going to show y'all. If y'all want to look it up yourself, you can go right ahead. I'm not going to do it. Only reason, and the crazy thing is, I saw it on my timeline. I didn't even click the video to watch it. Only reason I saw the clip was because Lovely T had it in her live stream and she played it. That's the only, I hadn't even looked at, I saw the thumbnail of it. Because you know, when you scroll through Facebook, you see the picture. I saw the picture and I was like, man, fuck this. Kept scrolling. Only reason I saw the video was because Lovely T had already was playing it during her live stream. So Black women, we gotta hold this L. We repost this. We can't be mad when she profits off of it. We can't then be mad. Okay? We can't be mad when this same little white girl that's being ratchet and doing all this stuff gets bigger than a Chloe Bailey. Gets more money than a Chloe Bailey, who is real life talented. But because the way the game is set up, some people get a fast track for foolishness. Let me see. Zero says it's weird how fast people promote what they hate faster than what they like. Facts. That's absolute facts. People do promote the shit they hate much faster than they promote the stuff they like. That is so true. That is so true. Cool Cola says the problem is our people spend too much time big up in white folks who either are racist and or don't give a damn about us and are and off code blacks. Then when we get mistreated, we cry foul. Exactly. Exactly. So it's like we gotta hold that L. Okay, you see some little white hyena acting a fool. Don't pay it no mind. Don't make that shit viral. Ignore it. That's the best thing we could do as Black people, as Black women, because it's our image that they're appropriating. The best thing we could do is ignore it. Pay it dust. Because us watching it, that's currency. That's currency to them. Us watching and co-signing it, that is currency to them. But once we start ignoring that shit, once we ignore it, pay it dust, then we can call foul when the shit happens. Then we can call foul and be like, what the fuck is this? But if we're over here co-signing it, thinking it's cute to do the little side-by-side while I'm singing with this little crazy white girl, kikiing, period, right next to her, don't then be upset when she got a bigger bag than you. Because you set her up to succeed. You co-signed it. You gave your stamp of approval. Okay? You gave your stamp of approval when you do that. That's the same thing they did with freaking Miley Cyrus. All them Black folks that gave her the stamp of approval for her to act a damn fool. Can't be mad at that point. We co-signed it. We can't be mad at something we co-signed. It's like, make it make sense to me, please. Please, somebody make that shit make some kind of sense, because it don't make no sense to me. I'm so sick of seeing this foolishness get hyped up, and then we get mad when it gets money. Okay? We get mad when it gets money. But y'all, I know I've been ranting and raving. I really do appreciate y'all coming through. What's up, Reyes? What's up? I've been on my little soapbox for this stream. Okay? I've been on my little soapbox. But I think it was a good stream. I think we had fun. Yeah, thank y'all for coming in. I really do appreciate it. I am gonna try to continue to be consistent like I said, I've been going through some health issues, so you gotta bear with me. But I am gonna make a very valiant effort. So tomorrow I'll probably try to do a gaming stream. I want to do a Fortnite stream again. Those are fun. I want to do Fortnite. I know y'all be getting on me because y'all be like Fortnite, but I want to do a Fortnite stream where the homies come on and they playing with us, and I get to be the kid with the controller that's not plugged in. Like I want to do the Fortnite streams again. Let me see. Cool Caller says your streams are dope. Would be cool to see you on IG more too. Yeah. I need to post some pictures and be more active on Instagram. I do. You're right. But it, like I said, it's just been kind of difficult. But I'll put the effort in. But y'all, yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna do a Fortnite stream. I'm gonna try to start it a little earlier. So if y'all want to play Fortnite with me, you guys just add me on the thing. Add me on the what's it? Yeah, it's Fortnite. You can add me on the Fortnite thing. Let me see. Okay. This is my thing on Fortnite. It's literally the same name as my YouTube, just with an underscore. So I'm gonna play Fortnite tomorrow. And if you want to play with me, okay, just make sure you add me and we'll do a rotation. If there's a bunch of people that want to play, we'll do a rotation. I'll have the link up. So if you want to talk and talk your stuff while we play, that's cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. But thank y'all for tuning in. And I will see you tomorrow. Okay, I will see y'all tomorrow.
If you like this content, you already know what to do. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, and definitely subscribe. Your girl now has memberships, so if you want to support the channel even further, go ahead and click that join button. In the description box will be a link to the trailer for The Vision, as well as a link to the Patreon so that you can get early access to The Vision. Also in the description box will be my sneaky links. Okay, we have Discord, we have Instagram, and we have Twitter. So go ahead and check me out on all of those platforms. But thank you so much, and I will see you either with the next live stream or the next video. Bye!